Today I'm going to give you guys all the sketchbook tips that I have, and I'm also trying to give you some drawing or painting advice and on how to just keep going. So I bought some new art supplies and I wanted to try them out, but I didn't just want to do a video where I test those because I think that it would be a bit boring, and I did this kind of challenge once where I tried to just use those art supplies, and it wasn't as interesting. So that's why I decided to talk about something else in this video. And since I did a lot of pages in my sketchbook here, I wanted to talk about sketchbooks, but it's not the kind of video that I've done before where I show you 5 specific ideas on how to fill a sketchbook. I rather wanted to give you some tips on how I've been filling my sketchbooks, and I've been drawing very regularly for a year now. And I've been drawing almost every day, so I know that a lot of people are trying to achieve this, are trying to just keep going and keep being consistent with art. And it was very hard for me always, because I kept on stopping and I started drawing and then I stopped again. So for about a year, I've been drawing very consistently now. So how did I do that? The first thing is that I draw every day on my lunch break. This means that I get to draw for about 20 to 30 minutes every day. That's a very short amount of time, but I have it every day. And that's awesome, because that's not such a long of time that I would feel like, oh my god, that's 2 hours a day. And it's just easy because the time is there. I have this half an hour. Sometimes I eat while I draw. Sometimes I won't draw. Sometimes I do a bit of journaling. Oh, and let's talk about this one just for a minute. This is Gary. He was in my last video, and then I decided to paint him on a video. So here he is, this giraffe. So back to our topic. Yeah, the 20 to 30 minutes is very easy, and I don't really get caught up in perfectionism because I don't have a lot of time and I really enjoy doing that. So that's a tip for me. If you have any kind of lunch break, use that. If you don't, you could just draw half an hour in the morning or in the evening. Just a set time that you have every day where you do drawing or journaling or just anything in your sketchbook, really. You can fill your sketchbook with a lot of things, not just with drawings. So I've done a lot of ideas videos, so you can check out those if you haven't so far. You can do journaling, collaging, you can fill your sketchbook however you want, because that's your space. And really recommend getting a sketchbook if you don't have one yet, because it really helps me to keep drawing. And what I also wanted to say is that in case you have never managed to actually fill a sketchbook, just force yourself to finish one. I know it might be kind of boring and you might want to move on to the next one already, but finish one, because once you have finished the first sketchbook, I feel like it gets easier, because once I had filled the first one, it became so much easier to fill others. Yes, I have some half-filled sketchbooks still, but I think that I will eventually fill them all. Maybe I'm gonna do a challenge where I'll fill one of these in a week or something. Kind of having this idea in my mind. And yeah, just try to fill it. You can put stickers on a page or do whatever you want. You don't have to draw every single day, but at least try to create something like every single day or at least once a week. For me, it also helped me a lot that I started my YouTube channel because it helped me accountable. The painting that you see right now, I started off copying this pattern from a watercolor book that I own. It's called Everyday Watercolor, I think. But I thought that it was kind of boring, and then I changed it up a little bit, and it looks a bit like a stained glass window in the end, and I really love the way it turned out. I used so many colors, and I really love this one. This is an idea that you can do. Just do those triangular or geometric shapes and make this stained glass window design. I think it's so cool. And it was a lot of fun. Something that has also really helped me was reading the book Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. Maybe you've heard of it. It's just amazing. And what helped me most from this book is the thought that once you're done with an art piece, it doesn't matter if that's story that you've written or a poem or a painting. Once you're done with it, it's not really yours anymore. Once you decide to publish it, to show it to the world, people can react however they want. And once it's done, it's done. It doesn't matter anymore if it's perfect, and don't get caught in how it looks. Don't think about it too much. Don't look at it too much, because I feel like a lot of artists, we tend to look at our paintings for a long time, and then we start to find all the things that are wrong with them. Don't look at your paintings like that. Once they're done, they're done. And then move on to the next painting or drawing. Just move on to the next one. Really, I mean it. Enjoy the process. Don't get caught in the end result. It doesn't matter. You see me doodling on the left side here. I just used my new ink, and I really didn't think about anything. I just moved the paint around or the ink around. So that's how art should be. Of course, we think about our ideas and we want to put our ideas to paper, and yeah, we want to make something. But it really isn't about the thing that we're making, but it is about the creative process. And really, once you're done with a piece, turn the page and move on to the next thing. And really try to get into that mindset, because it helped me so much. And sometimes I really love a painting and sometimes I really don't. But that's okay, because bad art is so much better than no art. Just keep going, just have fun with it. And sometimes it's a bit hard. Sometimes I still get a bit of anxiety while I'm creating because it doesn't look the way I want it to. For example, this portrait that you see here, I really didn't like the way it looked with that purple skin, but I fixed it. And I fixed the skin on the first painting as well. I think that's my new strategy. At first, put down a purple color that you don't like too much, and then fix it with some orangey tone, and it's a perfect skin tone. I don't know. Maybe that's my new strategy. And here's another tip: to just try new things and don't be scared, because not everything will turn out great, but that's what a sketchbook is for, to just have fun. And even though I'm doing this art journaling thing where I try to make every page somewhat finished, I don't get caught in that every page has to be perfect. Mistakes are totally okay, totally allowed, and I don't have to love every single page. And if I really, really, really hate it, then I'm gonna cover it up. Sometimes I just have to cover it up because I can't stand looking at it. And that's okay as well. That doesn't mean that the time creating the piece that I don't like was wasted. That just means that I created some bad art. But who cares if I had a good time? That's the only point of creating art, I think, to really enjoy doing it, because otherwise we could do so many other productive things with our time. We could clean the whole house, or if art is our job, we could do so many easier jobs. There are so many jobs out there. So for me personally, having fun is the only valid reason to do art. Not having an art piece, but to have fun. Having an art piece that you might like is just a bonus for me. It's not the reason that I'm doing it. I'd be perfectly happy to just doodle along and never create anything but just to paint, because that's the reason why I'm doing it. And I know a lot of people might tell you that, but I really mean it. So I really hope that you liked this video, and if you did so, please give it a thumbs up, and please let me know in the comments down below whether you like those kinds of videos or whether you prefer the more structured ideas videos. So I'll see you next week. Goodbye!